let's
Hello,
hope.
everybody. This is the Psychic Spectrum Radio Show. I'm Skip, and I made a big boo-boo. I had the microphones off.
Yeah, well, I'm, Sha'ron, Princess of Chocolate Sparkles. Skip, you never fail to amuse
Can't
me.
do a radio show without
You can't, it has to be unmuted for us to be able to be heard. Yes. So, anywho, that big fade-in thing you did, nobody heard it.
No, but they all saw
But
it.
they all saw it.
We faded in.
Anyway, today comes out to a 5 because it's the 24th of January, 2023, and that is about transformation, like I was saying. And I love that day because it's all about doing a lot of things at once. Linda says she can't hear us. Oh, she can hear us now probably because you unmuted us.
She says I can hear you now.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
So
being a 5-day, it's all about travel. It's about a lot of irons in the fire at once and creating some stress, but you learn how to handle and juggle everything at one time. It's a cool day. It really is. It because there's so many irons in the fire. You pick what you want to be and what you don't want to be and what you want to do and what you don't want to do, and you become a new you. That's why they call it transformation.
Situations,
abound. People. Yeah. Oh, Carol's on. Hi, Carol. CJ's on.
Not only that,
JM's on. Elaine, Crystal, hello, you guys. I haven't got to your dream yet, Crystal. I'll get to it probably tomorrow.
But like I said, I'm going to transform today, and I'm going to have a great day at bowling tonight.
Well, would be nice.
I'm going to bowl really, really well.
That would be a change. Because last week, you were going to bowl what, a 300?
270.
That's right. JM was saying a 270. And you did get to that.
Yep.
If you add them all together.
Yep. I had a terrible night.
Oh, it was terrible.
Terrible. Absolutely. It was the worst night of bowling I've ever had.
It was hard to watch.
She says I'm going to bowl 270 again.
Let's hope. In one game.
In one game, yes.
Yeah, in one game, yeah.
So who's here? We got Crystal in Eastern Washington, Northeast Washington, Elaine in Auburn.
That's what it
JM
says.
in Yakima, and CJ. I can't remember where CJ's from. Linda's in Gig Harbor.
Montana?
Carol's in Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
And JM is over in Yakima.
With all that snow.
Ooh, yeah.
It's supposed to be cold over there.
We're going to have a little bit of snow mixed with rain on Thursday.
Oh, we are?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very little.
We're too close to the water. It won't.
But Tuesday, on Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are supposed to be clear.
That's where CJ's from, Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota. That's right. And Cynthia is from Puyallup.
Puyallup. We used to live up in Puyallup.
Yeah.
I liked it up there. It was pretty.
And I know the real pronunciation of Puyallup, the Native American pronunciation. The name of it is called Spishpillup. And white man couldn't say Puyallup, so they just said Puyallup.
They couldn't say Puyallup?
They couldn't say Spishpillup.
You're not well, are you?
Spishpillup.
Have you been to the doctor lately?
Actually, I'm going Thursday at noon. So.
Yeah, Puyallup's a nice place. I mean, we lived out on out there by
Thunfield,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
way up on South Hill.
Yeah, it was, it was like really, it was still forest when we moved out there.
Yeah, that was all
more
forest.
trees than there were people, actually.
It was.
But it was nice. Yeah, it was nice. But, yeah, so this is a 5-day.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping everybody is making some transformational changes to themselves, their home, or whatever they needed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
if you want to get right into the stone, you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do our stone of the day.
To say hello to everybody.
No, we did that.
Well,
you got to say hi to
I got to say
Johnny
hi to
Dollar.
John in Tacoma, Johnny Dollar in New York, and all the others, and Iceman.
Yeah,
I've checked in for a while, but to everybody, every state, every country out there, I can say hi to you all now because I think we got one from everywhere. If not more than
pretty
one.
darn sure.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah.
So I played the music. I set the scene.
For what?
For the stone of the day.
Give me my paper.
All right.
This is I got a rock that is so similar. I'm not sure if it is it or just similar.
It is. It is. I'm 99%
sure.
I
am too, but I want to put that little, what do you call it?
Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer.
So here's the rock. Here's the stone for today.
And it's called spinel. Spinel.
I believe it's pronounced spinel.
Okay, whatever. How do you know?
Because I'm
How do you
a
know?
gemologist.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, anyway, it's a zest for life, and it helps you. Excuse me. It helps you let go of stress and baggage, which with the 5-day we need, and I can't even say it.
Reinvigorating.
Reinvigorating your body and dreams.
Yeah.
So that'd be a good stone to put on your bedside tonight to have really good dreams.
How about if I put that in my pocket for bowling?
And let go of your stress.
Okay.
I may need it just to watch you. I don't know.
It's in my
It's
pocket.
very stressful to watch.
You keep the big one, and I put it in my pocket.
You keep the big one, and I'll put the small one.
Okay,
But
yeah.
it's a pretty stone. Pretty stone. But anyway, so if you have
Dorothy's.
a lot of, this is like I said, a 5-day, so it's going to be a stressful day. So
Yeah.
if you have any of this spinel,
Spinel.
whatever, get some. Put it in your pocket. Put it in your purse. You could put it in your hand and use it to knock somebody. No. Couldn't do that.
Dorothy's with us. She says hand pink waving. So
Okay.
JM says, I like that stone.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah, and Mo is with us all the way from Manitoba.
This would be a good stone to get a bracelet of because everyday life nowadays is kind of stressful. So it would be a good one just to keep around,
Hey, I got to tell Mo, she's in Manitoba, Canada, and we have a Manitoba right in as part of Tacoma, Washington. We have Manitoba here too.
What are you talking about?
It's out near Lakewood. Just a little bit north of Lakewood. It's called Manitoba. Just like we have University Place, we have Manitoba.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, see, you learn something every day.
JM says, my Moldavite lives in my pocket every day.
That's a good place for it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Moldavite's a cool stone. I love that stone.
Since I have our nice little background music playing, nobody could hear our intro. How about you do our affirmation for today? Because I didn't turn the mics on.
You are special. You are. I'm going to have to get the helmet out and call for the little yellow bus.
I think I'm getting a cold.
Oh, I hope not. Maybe it's just allergy.
Hope so.
Well, February's coming and it's not far behind. And they say the month of February has the most mold spores of the year in the air.
Really?
That's what they say.
Our birthday month has the most mold spores.
Yeah, which when you think about it, we're old.
Yeah.
What else grows on old stuff but mold?
Mold.
Okay, so right in there. Anyway, the affirmation for today is staying positive. Staying positive doesn't mean you have to be happy all the time. It means that there are hard days, but there are better days coming.
Mm.
So even though you had a rough week last week bowling, there's better days coming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Manitoba is my province, is what Mo says.
Uh-huh.
And I have to say this, Manitoba here in Tacoma is just an area also. It's not a city, it's just an area.
Suburb.
Yeah, it's Manitoba.
Yeah. I thought it was the guy with the big toe.
Manitoba.
Well, they called him Toe, yeah.
Oh, no, we're not even going there. Listen, Jane's with us from the UK, too. So, hi, Jane. Today's the day.
Well, think about it.
Yeah. Now, there's a good comment already. Cynthia said, I just heard that Bigfoot is a shape-shifting Pleiadian, allegedly.
That could be.
So, let's talk about that for a minute.
Shape-shifting, though. I don't know. That's a new twist.
Well, I
do believe it can go in and out of portals, and I do believe it exists, but shape-shifting.
Like multi-dimensional.
No, shape-shifting would mean it could become a tree.
No,
it could become
portals.
Anything.
In and out of portals.
That's not shape-shifting.
No, I know. It's multi-dimensional.
Yeah.
Okay. And
that's what I just said.
That's what I was saying. It's multi-dimensional. And, we got another hacker right away.
What is it with this? Call me, trust me.
There.
Oh. Go get your own place.
Yeah. Oh, Patty made it. She says late as usual.
Well, but you're always on time.
Okay.
Everybody gets to where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there.
Let's get back to Bigfoot.
Oh, they're mining minerals here. Where?
Wow.
What? Oh, they're mining minerals here. Well, I don't know about that.
Let's get back to Bigfoot.
Because wouldn't you find a bunch of holes?
No. Yeah. No, not if they didn't want you to.
Oh, I suppose not.
We had a friend who's passed away now, and she was like the expert in the area on Bigfoot.
And she knew a lot.
Samantha Ritchie was her name. And Samantha even gave us pictures. She did multiple presentations at our showcase. And her theory was, from all of her tracking them down and communications with them, her theory was that they were multidimensional beings that could come and go. Which is one reason she said why you don't find bodies when they die.
Because they take them with them.
Right. Or they go back. When they die.
Yeah,
who knows?
maybe. Who knows?
But anyhow, that was one theory. So this theory about that they are, where's it at? Shapeshifters, who knows? They can blend in and hide. And I don't know if it's shape-shifting. I would rather say they're multidimensional, and they
totally
have
different.
the ability still to camouflage or blend in.
Well, okay, if you want. I'll let you go with that.
Really?
But Palladians are people that generally kind of look like us, if I remember right. And they don't look a thing like us.
Yeah.
I could be wrong on that, but if I remember correctly, because I think I'm a Palladian.
Well,
I've been played a lot. Palladian, get it?
well, yeah. I get it.
Anywho, piano, Palladian.
So did you read your affirmation?
Yes, I did. Didn't you hear it?
No, I can't.
I said there are good days and there's bad days.
Okay.
Your bowling's going to be better tonight, we said.
Yeah. Cynthia says I agree.
If they are here mining for minerals, I don't think they're going to find many. According to everything I keep hearing, we're getting a shortage of silver, a shortage of this, a shortage of that. I mean,
yeah, but who knows what they're after?
Well, that's true too.
Could be granite,
Is that a mineral?
I don't know. Close enough for me. Like I said, I'm a geologist.
Oh, yeah.
This is spinel.
Yeah, because I told you so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's?
Well, so, what was I going to, I just went right out of my mind.
We did your affirmation.
We did the affirmation of the rock. We said hello to everybody.
And the numerology.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of our events.
Why?
Because people might want to come.
Well, we have got new ones coming up. I noticed you put out there on emails or Facebook, we have several new things. What are they?
Tell
me, pray tell.
Let's do this. Let me call this site up.
Or we could stop for a commercial.
We could. Let's do that, and then I'll get into the latest that I've posted.
Let's do that.
So let's talk about Susan for just a minute.
Susan Bergstrom is a licensed agent in Washington and Oregon, and she helps people. Three 318-9379 or email sbergstrom@americanseniorbenefits.com.
All right, we are back. Yes, you guys, we were gone.
Can't hear or see anything.
Oh, can't hear or see anything. Oh, well, darn.
Back.
Okay, I can't do that again.
Yeah. He played with the buttons again, you guys.
Josie joined in. Hi, Josie, up there
got to quit
north
playing
of us.
with buttons.
And Nita is with us. Nita, hi.
I like that name.
Where are you at, Nita? Type it in. We're just
Also,
curious.
for the ones on YouTube, hit that little blue thumb or something, and it'll subscribe you, and then you'll always it'll give you a notice when we're on.
Yeah, give us a like and subscribe
There was
on
no
YouTube.
commercial. Oh, we just went dead.
Oh,
She's from South Africa. Great.
South Africa.
Wow, that's cool.
Well, should I do that again?
Well, if no one heard it, you should, because we told her we would play it.
Susan
Okay, there
Bergstrom
we
is a
go.
licensed agent in Washington and Oregon, and she helps people who are readying for retirement or are already in retirement. Social Security is tough enough to deal with. Then there's Medicare, financial planning, and more. Take the burden out of the equations and let Susan Bergstrom sort it all out for you. Susan helps narrow down your choices to one that's suitable to your specific personal health and financial needs. This includes Advantage plans, supplements, and prescription drug plans. Part D. Seniors can rely on Susan to help obtain financial security through many programs and help protect seniors from market downturns. Susan also assists with long-term care, an area that many people do not plan for in retirement. Planning now can protect your assets and dignity in your later years. She's part of the Medicare Exchange, located in Tacoma and Linwood, and consultations are free. Call Susan Bergstrom now at 253-318-9379. That's 253-318-9379. Or email sbergstrom@americanseniorbenefits.com.
All right, there's our commercial. We got it in. Apparently, I can't turn the camera off like this because it takes the sound away, which I didn't know.
You and your buttons.
What do those say? Ooh.
You'll keep pushing my buttons, I'll tell you that.
Anyhow, that was Mount Rainier, the mountain that's behind me right there.
Where? Over here?
Yeah.
Over here.
Over here.
Where is it?
That's Mount
I'm looking behind you.
That's Mount Rainier.
Oh my Lord.
So anyhow.
No fool like an old fool, they say.
What's
Anyway, we got the commercial done. So you were going to talk about the coming events.
Coming events. Here we go. And I closed that out. Why did I do that?
You don't want me to tell on live air, do you?
No. All right. So
oh my Lord.
We said
went direct. Why is this happening?
We said there is new events coming. There's a bunch of new events coming in 2023.
Can they hear us now?
You can hear us now. Yep.
Okay.
So here you go. I'm going to read them off to you a little bit. Some of them. This is just some of them. Okay. We have a special guest coming up on February 7th. Her name is Suzanne, and she is an astrologer. But she's a predictive astrologer.
Interesting.
And she does predictions based on astrology.
That does make sense.
Okay. Most people who do astrology use all the astrology words, and I can't understand them. I know a little bit. I know a little bit about astrology, but I just can't understand all of what they're trying to say. And I've been watching Suzanne on Facebook and other places, and some of the things she says, there's very little of astrologies in it, and she puts it in plain English, but she makes some predictions. So I asked her to be on the radio show with us. That's going to be on February 7th.
And what day is that?
That's a Tuesday. Tuesday, February 7th. And she'll be with us.
Okay.
So I'll tell you more about her. It's on our website. You can go there and check out all these things right on the homepage. I listed them. Also,
I think you ought to put a disclaimer on there too. We have people on to show what's out there.
Yes.
Doesn't mean that we do or we don't agree.
Oh, yeah.
Just giving information so you can make up your own mind.
That's right. So you're going to hear from somebody else on that day, and she's going to take some questions from you guys.
Oh, that'll be fun.
And on top of that, Sha'ron has finally come to the conclusion that she's going to create a newsletter.
Oh, yeah. I never know what he's going to say, folks.
Coming in February. It's going to be emailed.
Yeah, a monthly newsletter.
And
it's kind of a fun thing.
Do you want me to post it on the website too?
No, I think it
just email. Okay. So if you want to get our newsletter.
Well, I don't know. We'll talk about it.
If you want to get our newsletter, just go to psychicspectrum.com, click on the contact us page, and say, I want to receive your newsletter.
Yeah.
And we'll add you to the, with your email address will be on it.
Email address.
So, yeah. And then we'll add you to the list.
Okay.
On top of that, we have the mukbang coming up. The mukbang is a new event posed to us from Mo up there in Manitoba,
Brought it to our
Canada.
attention. Yes.
And she educated us on it. We thought it might be a fun thing to do, and you can read all about it. Just go to psychicspectrum.com, click on the mukbang, and you'll find out all about it. And another one that I'm posting, I'm going to start posting. In fact, it's already posted.
Is it?
Our new monthly dinner. Okay. And every month on the second Saturday of the month at 5 p.m., we pick a restaurant, or somebody in the
Audience.
that's with us picks a restaurant for the next month. Then we go to that restaurant at 5 o'clock on the second Saturday of the month, and we all have dinner. We talk about whatever, and
Just
we
a
have fun and
social night.
It's a social night. Yeah. So we have new events coming. These are just some of them. We have a whole bunch more, but it's posted right on our website.
So the monthly dinner is for ones in the area.
Mm-hmm.
The mukbang is for the ones that are out of the area.
Right.
So that way we can connect with everybody that wants to connect.
We're going to have monthly dinners online.
That means I get to eat out twice.
That's right. February 11th is when we're going to the next one. It's at the Azteca restaurant in Federal Way, 5 p.m.
We had to decide that one because we had to put it on the calendar.
Yeah.
So after that, we usually have the group at the showcase decide where we're going, but I had to do that to get it out there.
Yeah. So, let's do my rune card.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Every show I pull a rune card, and the theme is what we expect it to be between now and the next show. So between last Saturday and today, the theme was trying to keep focus. Okay, and I'll go back and show you the little symbol in the bottom corner there, and it's trying to keep focus on things. And it's like it's hard. People got distracted, got off track, and this and that.
Why are we all fuzzy?
I did the same thing. I don't know. Makes your hair look funny, though.
Funnier than usual.
Let me see if I can fix that.
Well, maybe not. Anyway, there we go. That's better. Whatever you did.
I did magic.
Yeah.
Josie says she loves the idea of the newsletter.
Well, I
and
thought so.
Mo says that'd be fun, Sha'ron.
Okay.
So, anyhow.
It's why not?
So
why not?
I found
try something new.
I found that my trying to keep on track with things was very distracting.
I was going to say this lasts 5 days?
Yeah, 4 days.
4 days were it was hard. The energy was weird. Did anybody else feel how energy was just kind of scattered but heavy at the same time? It was just weird.
So I'm mixing the cards up. I've shuffled them. And Sha'ron is going to not look at the cards, and she's going to pick a new one.
Cynthia says we're shape-shifting Lemurians.
And Linda says, yes.
Thank you very much.
It was hard for her.
Yeah, well, it's just a weird
scattered energy. Okay.
And it's not really calmed down yet today.
No.
I'm hoping it changes by tomorrow.
Pick a card, any card. At no time will my fingers leave my hands. Da 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 da.
There.
Hey, you picked a new one.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, hey, this is cool. So between today and Saturday, you're all going to be getting mostly, not everything, but mostly be getting what you want.
Oh, my Lordy, my bowl good
See
tonight.
that symbol in the upper corner there? A little bow tie? That means ambition.
Like an hourglass on its side?
Yep. Yeah. The literal translation is ambition, light, growth, and breakthrough. You get things how you want them is a better way to say it, not what you want. Cool. You get things how you want them.
I tried, guys. I tried.
So
that's a lot better than having a hard time focusing or having to deal with things.
I know.
Yes, nice.
Jam says, yay.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Dorothy says, I hope your fingers don't leave your hands.
Yeah, well, it did once. We had a terrible time finding them. We only found 9.5.
Dorothy, I have...
Seriously, now you have to show it.
What?
I said we only found 9.5 fingers.
Well, I have magic fingers. So
Yeah.
here's 5. Okay, and here's
9.5.
4. This 4.5. So that one got cut off when I was 5 years old. So
Yeah.
I can still bend the knuckle.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
So
He was playing airplanes and caught it in the louver of a
furnace
furnace
vent.
vent. Yeah.
So anyhow,
So, which does remind me, check those furnace vents are sharp.
they are.
They even still are in this day and age.
Yep.
So be careful.
Want to see fingers with magic fingers?
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah, I'd like to see them.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Da, 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 da. Look at that.
I'm sorry I asked.
All
I
right.
apologize to the public.
Today,
That was cute.
Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about having a psychic day.
Oh, when I read that, see, he does this stuff. He don't always talk to me, but when he does this stuff, I see it and I go, okay, what is he talking about? So, clue me in.
Well,
You ever know how when you cut your hair, there's always that one that just says, I ain't going to go where you want me to?
yes, I have one
I
right
got one
here
of those.
myself. Okay, having a psychic day. Now we all have psychic ability to some degree, others more, some others less.
I'll drink to that.
Intuitive/psychic. It's the same thing. Okay. Now, best example of psychic ability is mother's intuition.
Mhm.
So when you're having a good day, do you just notice how everything just feels like it's going good? It's smooth. Sometimes it surprises you, but it's like everything's smooth and going good.
Mm-hmm.
You're having a psychic day. So how do you have a psychic day? And the reason I put this down, didn't even tell her about it, was because she's professional enough to know, to be able to talk about it with all the decades we've been doing this. But tune in. You know, when you meet somebody, or let's go back up. Let's say you're in a crowd, whether it's at work, home, office, on the street, store. You're in a crowd, and some people just give you like a bad vibe, okay, a negative vibe. And some people give you a good vibe, okay? So that's your intuition kicking in. You're realizing their aura, their energy, whatever you want to call it, and it's affecting you. Some people can walk up to you and stand next to you, and you just kind of go like, ooh, get away from me, get away, that kind of thing. And you move, or they move. You can send them enough energy that they actually end up moving. But the whole key to this thing is to tune in and develop this more and more. Every time you do this, just stand next to somebody, wherever you are, and try to not read their mind, because that's not what it is.
Psychic is not reading minds.
That's what I said. It's not reading minds. That's not what it is. It's just tuning in. What are you getting from them? What do you feel? What pops into your head? They might be thinking about pink bunnies, and you see a rabbit, or you see a carrot, and it reminds you of a rabbit or something, and you associate it with it. So it's things like that that you feel other people's energies. Sometimes there's heat or cold coming off of them, and you feel it. And
I like to stand close to people and figure out how their day's going.
how do you do it?
Well, I sense whether they're stressed or happy or sad, or
And
I just know what they're feeling like.
okay, so how do you know? That's a good point right there. That's what I'm saying. How do you just know? It comes to you.
I guess I'm open, and most people are, but I mean, you're open enough that, see, being psychic, you have to totally trust what's coming into you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't control it. You can't try to move it in a certain direction. You're just standing there, and all of a sudden you feel, like I'm standing next to you, and
Yeah.
we don't know each other, but I'm feeling kind of tense and like I'm anxious and stuff.
Yeah.
And I would say, okay, you must be having a stressful day.
Okay. And see, that's
what I would do.
That's how simple it is.
I wouldn't even tell them. I did it for my own benefit, just
right.
to see what's going on around me.
And there's some people you can pick up things like you just think or there's something driving that person that's sitting over there standing up against the wall. They're stealing. They're stealing from their boss. They're cheating on their husband or their wife. And it's like you just know. It's an intuition. You intuitively know what's
Something
going on
isn't
with
right.
people. Yeah.
You may not totally get what it is that's going on either.
Right.
You might just get a feeling of this just don't feel right.
Right.
And you just may have this feeling you need to leave and not stick around.
And
which you should pay attention to.
I have to tell you that after I started really doing things psychically in public, I had a terrible problem with going somewhere with Sha'ron and like a restaurant, store, but mostly in restaurants or crowds, events, that I would ignore her and I would just be off and out there staring at somebody and seeing or feeling or hearing, picking up things that this one's going to have a heart problem, heart attack, or this one is cheating.
That's your psychic ability coming in.
Right.
Just intuitively feeling the energy, you might get nothing more than this guy doesn't feel good.
Right.
Or,
right.
You may not get the heart attack part. That's more of your ability, where other people can have that too. They probably do.
Yeah.
But generally, I don't get, unless you're supposed to get it, there again, it goes into, you're only given what you're supposed to know. If you're not supposed to know it, you're not going to get it.
The reason why you don't get it is because you're not ready to have it, probably. And so the more you develop it, the more you'll be able to get, and the more deeper or the more specific it can get. Sometimes all I get is a negative vibe or a good vibe from people. But most of the time I pick up something that's going on. In fact, we would go to a restaurant and I'd be turning around staring at everybody, just slowly turn my head and look. And she said, hello, I'm still here. And it's because I get lost in all the energies in the room.
Yeah.
And so I've learned I'm better at that now. I do it, but I don't.
You kind of tune it out.
Yeah. Yeah. So
although you have had your moments. Which... And you know what? One of the craziest part about having that ability, is that what's going to happen, or you feel like something's going to happen. You can't tell them.
No,
because one, they may not be
open to it.
They might think you're doing something you shouldn't. And where was I? Oh, two, I lost my train of thought for a minute. And two, you might be taking away or getting them informed of something they're not supposed to be informed about until it happens. And that takes it's like you're lessening their burden, and they may have to come in and live it again in another life.
Now,
so you have to know when you can say something and when you can. And before you say anything, you've got to guess, can I come to you and tell you something? You have to ask their permission. And if they say no, you have to honor that.
Right.
And just know that you got it, maybe just so you knew you got it, but you don't let the other person know.
And there is a way to say something when you do say it.
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't just want to say, hey, I think you're going to have a heart attack. You say, are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
Are you having some problems? Yeah. You've been to the doctor. And they're first thing they're going to say is, why?
You might want to go get a baseline.
How do you know that? Why? What's telling you that? And you got to have to come up with something. So you got to learn to temper your words when you start doing psychic things. And pretty soon it just becomes natural.
Yeah.
So
also, it comes in handy when you're having to deal with, say, salesmen, whether it be a car, somebody coming to paint your house, whatever. You can key in, and you can, is this guy really telling the truth? I mean, I can usually Skip will go for. He's gullible in that department because he's a. What do they say? There's nothing better for a salesman than another salesman.
Yep.
But I can walk in and I know right. I don't think so. And I'll pull Skip aside because he'll say, okay. And I'll say, no, I don't think so. And I'll tell him why. And then he'll start seeing it or feeling it. And then he comes back to normal. But
yeah.
But he's
So
I don't know what that is either, because you'd think you'd pick up on that stuff as psychic as he is.
the whole key there is to tune in, start paying attention to the feelings or the sometimes it's a feeling, sometimes it's just a knowing, or you get a picture, you hear something, you get a smell, sometimes who knows what. It can be anything at all, but pay attention to it and then try to figure out what it's telling you. Okay, so if you just get that this person's not well, there's something going on.
And if it's a stranger, Skip, you can't just go up and tell that person.
No.
So sometimes it's just to let you know you're getting it.
Right. And the whole key there is it doesn't matter whether you tell them or not, or you even try to. The whole thing is before you do that, you need to develop a few things, but develop that sense so you know that you're getting something. This is what I have, and this is what I want to say with it. So that's the whole thing, is tune in, because it can make your life easier. You can have better days by not letting other people energy affect you.
It can save your life.
It can save your life. That's right. I mean, it can save a life.
Policemen, firemen, they all have what they call the gut instinct. And that's nothing more than intuitiveness of knowing whether they should go in that dark alley or go inside that burning building or not. I mean, it's pay attention, because it'll always be there to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Renee even said she's over in New Hampshire, and you can get a feeling when you can't trust someone.
Yeah.
And what you do there is just say thank you very much and realize that I'll find somebody else.
And Josie has a good question.
Yeah, Josie says,
put that up there.
Okay. Do you think animals are psychic? Yes, I do.
Absolutely.
They're more psychic than we ever could be. They see things that we can't see. They see people's passed away. They see spirits. They can sense. That's kind of like the knowing. They can sense when you don't feel good, or when you're unhappy, or there's danger. They're very psychic. Yes, totally. Cats, dogs, I don't care. Now iguanas, I have not had anything to do with iguanas, but I would think that they have a natural instinct for danger. So yeah, I would say they probably do they're probably psychic too. Really, any animal out there.
Yes, almost any animal. And there's been lots of proof of those kind of things. Like here's a case that I read about maybe 6 months ago, but there was a murder committed. The dog was there. The dog saw his owner get shot, and killed.
I've read about many of those instances.
But the shot came through a window. The dog didn't know who shot, didn't see who shot, had no knowledge of it. But when that person came into the room, the dog growled and barked, and the police started questioning that person based just on that. And they actually confessed to the murder. So, which
means the dog was picking up on that guy's energy, because he was scared.
Yeah.
And trying to play cool. Or girl, whoever it was. But I mean, still, an animal can pick up on energies, I think, very, very easily. Yeah. Good and bad.
So just try this. When you go out somewhere, just try it. Try it several times and let us know if you have any of these things that happen, encounters between now and whenever you get back with us.
Keep them to yourself, but keep a journal. And if you hear about such and such and something happened, you're going to say, I knew that. And check it out,
Yeah. I got one more example of that. It's funny because at first I was like, why are they doing this? But when we go do...
You lost me again. Who doing this?
I'll get there. When I'm coming in for a landing. So hang on, I'm coming in. Sometimes we go do a private event at somebody's house, and whether it's talking to the other side or psychic readings or whatever, but when they have dogs, I sit down and the dogs will not leave me alone. They just come. They want to sit next to me. They want to keep me petting them all the time. And the dogs sense the energy is what they do. And when we do readings here at the house, whether it's on the phone or sometimes in person, but when we do readings, our two dogs, we have to put them in their little kennel that they
Yeah.
sleep in at night, their bed.
Their little bed.
And because if they're around us, they want to get
Yeah.
up on our laps. They want to sit there and they'll whine
And they start playing.
oh, they get
It's
crazy playing.
Yeah.
It's their energy. They feel our energies that we're
Yeah.
doing with this, and
Yeah.
so it really does it. Now I saw something here.
Well, Mo says horses are really sensitive because they can sense a person's feelings, and I have heard that too. That if you're going to ride a horse, don't do it when you're nervous because a horse can pick up on that. I think animals in general can pick up on when people are nervous. You know how they say when there's an animal like a dog barking, you're supposed to stay calm and because they can sense fear. You know?
Yeah, and that's I cannot ride a horse because I'm uncomfortable on it. It doesn't have a brake or a throttle, and I can't ride a horse, and I don't even want to get on them.
Story I could tell you about that. But
Mo
anyway.
says I usually trust my intuition, but I was really off with this one person a few years ago, and it made me second guess everything.
Oh, no.
That's where the logic, the mind comes in and says, how do I make this right? How do I justify this? If I see pink bunnies or hear pink bunnies, the words, or see it, what is that telling me? Blah, blah, blah. And sometimes all you got to say is, I see pink bunnies. What does that mean?
But in her situation, it feels to me, I mean, we have had that happen to us. And we say, why didn't we pick up on that? You know, don't second guess yourself because it was meant for a reason. That was either a blessing or a lesson. And you needed it might have been to where you needed your eyes opened at a certain time so that when something else came about, you'd be, aha, I've seen that before. So you had to experience it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't ever second guess yourself. Just figure, well, either he or she didn't show me that side of her and I didn't pick up on it, or it wasn't time for me to pick up on it.
Right.
So
and
don't automatically think that you screwed up.
Sometimes you can't decipher what it means
because you're not supposed to.
Right. And I used to work when I worked for the state before I retired, I worked at some mental facilities, and people who are what we would call justifiably or legally crazy. I would pick all kinds of stuff up, but it didn't make sense to me because they're in another world.
Yeah.
So
Renee has a question. Wondering what hearing chimes randomly. I'm assuming she hears chimes randomly. I was sitting here, and the minute I read that, I put grandmother. So your grandmother's giving you a message. So I would think when you're hearing the chimes, I would pay attention to where I am, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, what's going on in my life, and see if there's something this person's trying to tell you by giving you a heads up. Or maybe that's just, if she loved chimes, she might just be playing them to let you know that she's there. Not knowing your grandmother, I don't.
And by the way, Renee says, hi guys, got a lot of snow here in New Hampshire. Got a lot of snow here and more coming. I'd really love to share about 10 inches of it. So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I guess that skiing places are getting bombarded by snow, and they're going to be able to stay open till August, some of them. Isn't that crazy?
Yep.
Yeah.
And good.
But that should help the water table.
Cynthia, good for you with Dorothy there. That's good.
She is good.
Yep.
Yeah, I like her.
Okay, Mo says horses are very sensitive. That's why I recommend. Okay, we did that.
I just did that.
Okay, and this one says, I usually trust my intuition, but I read that.
Yeah, we read that.
And Cynthia says, I was looking at pictures of Lisa Marie Presley. Felt like I had a stomach ache. Later today, read she was complaining of stomach pain. Yeah. So there you go. And she did complain of stomach pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
Renee says she smells her grandmother's perfume sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
the chimes. Think about the chimes. She either hated them or liked them, but there's something about grandma with chimes.
When somebody says chimes, I keep going back to Catholic Church. When they ring the chimes, they shake it real good. The altar boys, altar girls do it.
Well, if her grandmother was Catholic, maybe
that could
that's
be
a reference too.
Or maybe just using chimes.
Yeah. Anyway, can I read my little tidbit fact?
Yes, but I have to put your Feeding the Ducks music on.
Feeding the ducks.
Okay.
Why don't they ever feed the geese? Or the swallows?
Geese don't deserve to be fed.
Geese are mean.
I know. That's right. I got chased by a goose.
Those suckers are mean.
Actually, a geese. A bunch of them.
Okay.
So, what is it? Lay it
you
on
ready?
us. Yeah.
I thought this was interesting because we've all done it. Okay. The roar that we hear when we place a seashell to our ear is not the ocean, like
Yeah.
we're all told, but rather the sound of blood surging through the veins in the ear.
Yeah.
You believe that? Any cup-shaped object placed over the ear produces the same effect. I just find that amazing that what we think is the ocean is our own blood rushing through our ear. I found that, I go, that's a moment,
Really?
You know? Yeah. So I guess it's another way of saying you are alive.
Huh. Renee says that the chimes sound otherworldly.
Interesting.
When
When do they appear, Renee? Is it at night, in the daytime, randomly? What? Are you doing the same thing each time, or at work, or, might help us key in a little better. Anyway, Mo says what?
says I've re-listened to what you said about my second guessing. Thank you both. It bothered me for a while because I was just off and thought,
Yeah.
It's like, and that can leave you with those thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. Even we have done that, but we found out, it is what it is. You're given what you're given for whatever reason, and you work with it. Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Because we had a person that was not a part of our life, but in our life for a while back when our son was a teenager, and we didn't pick up on something we should have really picked up on. And thank God, all Skip and I knew was we never let him take our son anywhere, because he wanted to, and we just something didn't feel right, So then we found out years later
he was a pedophile.
He was and we didn't pick up on it. He was over at our house. We'd had conversations. I mean, so I guess that was something we weren't supposed to know yet, because there's no other way of looking at it.
So we just knew. We just said no.
Yeah. The only thing they did for us was give us kind of a weird feeling. So we just picked up on that and went with it.
Renee says both times she's usually relaxing and they sound so beautiful.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good.
So.
Well, can I prove this? No, I can't. And it's just, what if? But what if maybe she's relaxing enough? She's like going to where she can hear the other side a little bit, like the angels singing or the chimes.
Oh, there you go. That could be.
I mean, that is possible.
Mm-hmm.
But I still see your grandma's involved.
It could very well be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so having said all that about have a psychic day, use your abilities, your intuition, your psychic side, develop it, try it. You got to do your best way. You don't got to, but your best way is practice. You got to try to get out there and do this do it with your bosses, your coworkers,
don't
in the store. Don't tell them a thing, but just do it.
Yeah.
And
when you walk around buying groceries, when you're standing in line to pay for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. With your neighbor.
One time my boss came back to my office and I got tires. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. And I said, I don't remember exact words, but I said something like, did you get
tires, or he got tires? He got tires.
He got them. I said, did you get tires? And he said, how did you know about that? And I said, I don't know. I didn't want to tell him what I do. I just said, I don't know. I just got something about tires. Did you get new tires? Yeah, I got 2 of them. And so anyhow, they were bald, and so we got 2 of them.
And you know why that came? Because you were not thinking. You were oblivious to the whole thing. Your mind was on something else, so it was open in a way. And that's how they got through to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Renee says it happens at no special time of the day.
Yeah, you read that.
Yeah. No, not that.
Oh, at no special time of the day. Okay, but it's mainly when she's relaxing. So
Josie says she finally was able to hear from her grandson. He's back home with his mom, but now it appears she is having some troubles at work.
Goodness.
Well, sometimes when it rains, it pours.
I'm glad the grandson's home.
Yes.
And they're going to work that stuff out. The troubles at work, I think she's just got to... it feels like she's been through a lot, and she's got to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she's been so scattered and stressed that she's taken that to work, and that has affected people at work. So she needs to just calm down and let things chill. Is that what you say?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So, it's time for something.
Yeah, it is. It's almost, what's it been? Almost an hour.
It's time for Sha'ron's Joke of the Week.
Okay, let's hear those
Did
jokes.
you hear about the fly that landed on the watch? Time flies. I just thought of that.
Why can't dragons have birthday cakes?
Because I can't cut them.
They can't blow out the candles.
Why? Because they got flame in there.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
They reignite.
Alrighty. Now, okay, here we go. What I do?
Yeah, you wrote on my fingers with your pen.
I've often wondered. I'm only familiar with letters in the alphabet with 25 letters in the alphabet, and I don't know why.
20. How many are there?
26.
Okay. Oh, you don't know why? Oh my God. Next.
Well, I read the papers the other day.
God.
A woman was on trial for beating her husband to death with his guitar collection.
Yeah.
And the judge said, first offender. And she said, no, first was a Gibson and then the offender.
They like that one.
Yeah. Okay. I also tried to get reservations to the library.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it, but they were booked. Just think, you all waited all hours.
That's it?
That's it.
That's all?
I've been sick.
Well, geez.
I gave you 3.
We got a bunch of comments here we got to read. Now, Mo says, oh, yeah, the fire, LOL.
Why?
Okay.
25 letters.
And all these bozos are
for Pete's sake.
starting to do their thing.
Well, it's the new year. They're probably sending their bots out to.
I love how people can't be creative.
Yeah, let's just go on somebody else's shit. They went all the work to get the platform and to do all that stuff. Let's just jump on there and we'll get our stuff.
I'm gonna write the name down so you can send that thing.
Yeah, do that. I'll take care of her later. So I won't even say your name, but use a little ambition of your own and get your own website.
God, these people are twits.
No, they're just taking advantage. I think somebody explained it to me once. It's called a bot. They aren't even there.
Yeah.
They just have this bot thing that when they see certain words or something, then they go throw their information onto it. So,
well, some of your jokes here. Mo says, "Look, or Lou, LOL. I like that joke, Sha'ron." And then JM says that was funny. Dorothy like one. Cynthia Good says good one.
Thank you.
Mo says I didn't know much about guitars.
Yeah, there are Gibson guitars and Fender guitars. And I don't know much about guitars either, but I know those. I know those are guitars.
Cynthia says, do you think I'll get paid for the time I have been off? Yes.
You should.
Yeah. It just seems to me like yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mo says, I'm lucky I'm very good in knowing when someone is lying versus helpful for social work. That's good.
Yes.
That's a tool you need to use.
You are tuning into that. And people that work in those kinds of fields do use their intuition and their empathy a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the empathy would be something that would be hard for me to handle because I pick up on every bad thing, But yeah, that's a good one.
Josie asked a question about her daughter. She says, do you have any psychic hits and what may be happening to her? She's considering moving, and I'm not sure that's the best. Actually, I think moving is just another way for her to disguise or not deal with her problems. And,
that could be.
But, sometimes people need new starts.
I was going to say, moving might it might not solve the problem, but she'll have a different focus on it.
Yeah.
So it could be that it'll be a good thing.
Hmm.
It can't. I don't see it. I can't see it hurting her. I'll put it that way.
No.
It might make it a little harder or a little easier. I'm not sure which.
Yeah. Jam's referring to the people that are trying to hack into our broadcast. She says, "Go away,
Oh
clowns."
yeah, exactly.
Josie says, "Thank you so much. You have always been so right on and helped me so much with bringing reassurance when it comes to my daughter and grandson." Well, that's cool. Thank you.
Okay. It's not us though.
That's right.
We're just telling you what Spirit wants you to know. Hopefully, we're hearing it correct.
Yeah. Cynthia, you may have to file a grievance or complaint. I don't know what you guys have at your work, the structure for that, but you may have to fight that a little bit to bring it up to get it, but you should get it. So I think you will get paid.
It's crazy if you're sick and you don't.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. I mean, I can't see them doing it.
Oh, Renee says she was glad to catch our radio show today.
But yeah, I'm
Good.
glad you popped in. You had a birthday just a while back too. Happy birthday.
And Mo says, by the way, I took your advice a few months back and got to go out more. I'm not dating anyone yet, but I'm enjoying being more social and having fun with friends. Good.
Because that's what it's all about.
And that's where it starts, is to find people that you want in your life. You got to be out there and get them.
You do.
So that's a good
and
thing.
And be open to new friends and them bringing friends and you being introduced to friends and, so. She said I did, so I took a vacation.
Yeah.
Good for you.
That's cool.
For you.
So what are we going to do now?
Well, do we have time for Skip Corner? Everybody said that they love it, so we thought we'd do it.
Okay, you guys, Skip's Corner. Is that what you want?
I said we could do Skip's Corner.
It's time to play Skip's Corner. Here's your host, Skip Sha'ron.
I like that guy that plays the intros for us. He's pretty cool.
I missed it. That's part of the radio station, and I really miss him.
Yeah. Okay. So, where is my random facts? Okay.
I mean, are you planning to?
I'm going to do a few of them.
Okay. Oh, so, I better take my glasses off then.
Let's go. Let's pick a topic. I'll let you pick the topic today. Look at all these. Can you read them?
No. Hang on. Ooh, Carfax.
Carfax.
Yeah.
Not Carfax. Carfax.
That's what I said.
I know. Okay. That's a cat. I got to go back.
No, that's okay. That's what came up. Go for it.
Cat. There's car. Okay, there's Carfax. Okay, you ready for this?
I am. Not that I know anything about cars.
I'll make this multiple choice for everybody. Okay. Mo says yes, Skip's Corner. Where did it go?
You're pushing buttons again.
Carfax. There we are.
Okay, go. I'm not going to look at the thing.
Okay. Multiple choice. There are blank cars currently in use on Earth. Currently in use.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. There are 1 billion, 2 billion, or 4 billion cars currently in use on Earth. In use. Type it in.
2 billion.
2 billion? Mm-hmm. Anybody out there got a guess? Type it in. Nobody? Bueller? Bueller? Okay, JM says 2 billion. She agrees with you. Mm-hmm. Jane says 4 billion in the UK, and Renee says 4 billion, and Mo says 4 billion, but you're all wrong. There's 1 billion cars currently in use.
Really?
Yep, 1 billion cars.
Wow. They must all be in LA. California.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
That new car smell,
mm-hmm.
It's composed of 50 volatile organic compounds. True or false?
Wow. That's crazy enough to be true.
50 volatile organic compounds. True or false?
I'll say true.
JM says true. Renee says true. Mo says true. God, you guys are all right on. It's 50 volatile compounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's everything they glued everything with and
Yeah.
put in like the leather seats, the flooring, and wow.
Now, when Hitler, before he became chancellor or whatever you want to call it, the Führer, he was sent to prison. He was in the military and escaped, blah, blah, blah. Elaine said true on that last one. Okay, Hitler, when he was in prison, wrote a car dealership for a loan. True or false?
20s and 30s, they had car dealership loans?
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy enough. I'm going to say true.
You guys, what do you think? Hitler wrote for a car loan when he was in prison. Renee says true.
It's crazy enough. It has to be true.
Well, I'll read you what it says. Hitler, while in prison, wrote to a Mercedes dealership begging for a car loan. Everybody out there says true. Jane says false, but it is true.
Oh,
it's crazy.
It would have to be a Mercedes.
Yeah. Okay, multiple choice. The average car has 20,000 parts, 30,000 parts, or 40,000 parts.
Well, what is the average car? A sedan, a station wagon, or what?
It's all of them, the average car.
20, 30, or 40,000.
Yep. 20K, 30K, or 40K. Okay.
I would think there'd have to be about 40,000.
Jam says 40. Yeah, you and her are just agreeing. Dorothy says 30.
Well, I didn't know she said 40. I can't even read what's up there.
No, I know. She just wrote it in after you said it.
Oh.
Mo says 40,000. Linda says 40,000.
Okay.
Cynthia says 30. It's actually true. It's 30,000 car parts, the average car.
It was between the 30 and the 40.
Yeah, Elaine said 20. But
and I thought, as crazy as those cars are now today, I would think 40. But 30, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Shelley's on from
Bellevue. Shelley from Bellevue, yeah. Let's do another one on cars.
Okay. Oh.
I'm going to go way forward. Ooh, here's a good one.
Okay.
This is true or false. Okay. Car wrecks are the number one cause of death for Americans under 35 years old.
Car wrecks. Number one death?
Mm-hmm. True or false? Car wrecks are the number one cause of death for Americans under 35. True or false? JM says false.
I think drugs would outweigh a car.
Shelley says false.
I have heard cars kill a lot of teenagers.
Dorothy says yes. Renee says false. Linda says false.
It's a toss-up for me between drugs and cars.
Jane says false.
I think it's true.
It is true. Car wrecks are the number one cause of death for Americans under 35 years old.
I remember reading that somewhere.
Isn't that crazy?
Teenagers, because there's like 3 or 4 teenagers in a car or whatever, and they have, yeah.
Okay, I got to do this one. True or false? There are more cars in LA than there are people.
Actual cars that are driven or just cars?
It just says there are more cars
in LA than people.
Mm-hmm. True or false?
True.
Okay. Anybody else?
It's probably true.
Renee says true. JM says true. Dorothy says true. And it is true. There's more cars than people in LA. Believe that stuff?
Cynthia said her mother had 5 or 6. Yeah, I believe it. There are people. I mean, how many cars really are there now? Everybody has at least two cars, but then there's usually 2 people driving them. But,
we have 3.
Well, that's true. We have 3. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I have, never mind. Not going to say that. Okay. So listen, we got to take off. It's been
Aw.
over an hour.
Oh, it has. Yeah.
So we thank you for joining. We had fun. This went really quick.
Oh, Cynthia says just her. Her husband had 3 or 4. My gosh. That means they had 8 to 10 vehicles.
Wow.
Wow. Where'd they park them all?
On the ground.
True.
So with
Other
that,
wheels.
we got to say it this way. We're glad you guys tuned in. We
It
had
did
fun.
go fast.
It was super fast. So I'm getting ready for bowling tonight.
Yeah.
Gonna go kick some butt.
Yeah. Let's
We
hope.
got to get off the bottom. But as our theme song says,
What a wonderful world. Love you, Daddy.
join us on Saturday at noon. And thanks for joining us, you guys.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
270 JM says.